It's been a while. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I played the shit out of the game. I went through a lot of it.
So
I've
it's your
done pretty much
time
everything.
again. Why do
Um, I'm gonna give like an honest statement how I
years
feel
I
about the
have
game.
wandered,
So
and
I
you have
I I've gone through.
made
I've
a
gotten the true
ride
ending. I've
that
played through the
ran
Unmoored world,
flesh and 'twould
etc.,
seem
etc.
that 'tis fine. I
I
shall
just
grant you
really I just
rest,
need to
if
farm
that is what
worm
you
life crystals so I can buy specific gears I need. I'm going through New Game Plus simply to get back to the dragon or the unmoored world. Now, let's let me try to think where I want to start with this little opinion. So, yes, I enjoy the game very, very, very much. I still do, but I'm finding myself at 52 hours. Yes, maybe I burnt myself out playing, but 52 hours, and I feel like I've done nearly all but everything. I'm sure there's a few side things or a few escort missions I'm missing, but I have literally done everything. I've looked for the caves, I've found where what monsters are where, like everything. I've looked through. I did the Sphinx. I failed it the first time. I do want to go through. I think I was on like quest number 7 or something, and I failed it, so I didn't get a chance to beat her. But the reward for that is also kind of not really mediocre, but it's all right. I'm missing a few caves, I think, somewhere around here or something like that. And I think one right here I'm missing. The irony of all of that is I discovered all the places I needed to discover. As far as I'm concerned, I'm sure I've missed one or two because I was using an interactive map and I didn't use a map until after. Didn't use a map until after like 40 hours, and I wanted to make sure I grabbed all the caves and see what goodies. I was actually missing more in the Verundium area, Vernsworth area, Verundum or whatever area here, than I was anywhere else, and a few missing in Bakutal. My honest opinion is it's better than the original, but only the base original.
Hidden path. I
Dark
suppose there
Arisen
were
in the
monsters
original game
lurking beyond it.
basically gave the redemption that Dragon's Dogma deserved, and there's a lot of gripes. Like, I don't know, there's not a lot of gripes, but it's just, I don't know, the replayability is there, but it's not strong replayability. Like, I feel like they should have taken what they learned from the original Dragon's Dogma and Bitter Black Owl and basically made all that base game and then go over the top with whatever future DLC they want to put out. Like, I don't know, man. I just, basically all the end game revolves around, like, at this point for me, is farming for worms like crystals so I can buy specific gear from the Dragon Forge. And when you get to the Unmoored world, which spoilers is the true end game area, you unlock access to gear you can only buy with worms like crystals. And as far as the armor goes, it's the best armor in the world now. I think for some class weapons, there's a little debate. So like I'm using Heaven's Keys right now, and I don't know. I'll just show you. I just figured, like, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed because maybe I'm just too good at games now, or maybe my nostalgia took over, or maybe I was expecting a lot more. I'm not 100% sure, but like so for example, these Heaven Keys, whereas the Worm's Life Crystal ones that you can buy are like straight physical, you can just upgrade these all the way to same path. Dwarven might be a might be a little less physical, but you still get more magic and knockback and elements. So ideally, you waste crystals just buying weapons you really don't need. And that's kind of how it was in the first game, where there were certain weapons where you'd want the elemental factor.
You can
But
count upon
I
my
don't know.
aid.
I'm sure it's gonna get a dark arisen treatment, but it just really upsets me that I'm coming to a part where I'm growing very, very, very bored with the game whenever I, like I was looking forward to this game, and like I said, that's not saying I don't love it. That's not saying I don't enjoy it. But like, there's just not enough content for me. I'm only at now probably 53 hours, and probably 40 of those hours maybe was just spent 40, 45 of those hours. I'd say 40 because I spent a good amount of time grinding for crystals and stuff. But 40 of those hours is just going around and finding caves and whatnot. I haven't really focused too much on the seeker tokens myself, which is another thing, but that isn't enough justification for me to put another 10 hours in just to go around and try to find each individual seeker tokens when the last prize is a discipline ring, when by the time you find all that, all your disciplines are going to be upgraded and ranked up all the way. So like, I have no reason for that discipline ring. I'm at like maybe like 30 or 40 tokens, and I have no reason for a discipline ring. I have no reason to want to get it. I don't care about fighting 230, 220 tokens. There's nothing in that for me. It doesn't make sense to me to keep playing that far when I really literally have nothing worth that time and effort to put behind it. Like I feel like they could have done Dragon's Dogma and Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen as base game, Dragon's Dogma 2 quality. I don't remember like there's not even like they didn't even give us gold forged right off the bat. Like I'm literally just working towards getting to the last dragon so I can farm him again and then inevitably get bored of farming him so I can then go into the unmoored world and then fight the whatever, spoiler alert, corrupted dragons or worm or whatever you want to call them and stuff like that. Now, I do need to go back down here to do the dwarven thing again so I can get access to that. That way I can get that, and when I don't know, I'm super impressed, but I'm also super let down if that makes any sense, and I know it doesn't. It just bothers me, that's all. Like, it bothers me very badly, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, I can't get that. I can't get this to stop appearing unless it bugs something, but this help quest won't go, so I don't think I'll be able to have any more help quests forever. So no free golds along the road, but I just, like, there's a dragon here. There's a drake here. I think I fucked up the spawn on it because I think it was supposed to be like every 7 days or every 14 days they respawn. There's one down here. Yeah. Like, the thief is really just broken again. Like, now I don't have access to the bow, but, bump and lift and the plunder and stuff like that makes things super useful. I'm level 79, like, I still get people summoning my thing, but, like, I'm just, like, the max level is 999, so in the original Dragon's Dogma, the max level was, I think, 200. I never reached 200 base game, so I'm not sure if that was what it was base or not. But when you get into Bitter Black Isle, you had plenty of tough enemies to fight for leveling up. Or if you got rid of all your pawns and you fought enemies, you leveled up super, super, super fast for some reason. You can get rid of all your pawns in this one, and leveling is still standardized. That's the problem. Why set your level cap to 999? So Bitter Black Owl was enough to warrant, I'd say, if they would have upped it to like 300, it wouldn't have been too hard to get to level 300. But level 999, so are they going to make one big expansion with enough content to warrant getting to that level? Like, it was manageable in the first one, but to a normal casual player, not me, would play this, they'd see the daunting task of 999. Now, I'm a leveler. Like, I'll grind it out. I get the DLC that's capable of giving me the XP to be able to grind out those levels. I'll do it. But, I'm trying to, like, other than farming for, like, min-max gear that I need, which ideally I don't have a lot of the right ones, but like this, I spent shit on that. I didn't even put the dwarven upgrades on, so there's another 70 crystals I'm gonna have to ideally spend to buy a whole nother chest piece for a thief and upgrade it the right path. Same with that, and another 30 pieces there just to upgrade the pants the right way for higher knockback. I don't have a helm specifically because that one's actually not too bad. And like I said, the Heaven skis are going to need the Dwarven upgrade path. So, like, yeah, there's some replayability, but I'm not discovering anything new. Like, I like new stuff. Like, I get a grind and stuff like that, but, like, I'm not discovering new stuff. And it's, I don't know, like, the 52 hours isn't a lot to have done 95% of everything you can in a game. It's not even worth the game itself. I don't care if you're good at the game. Like you can beeline to the end of the game, but I didn't do that. And I told you guys that at the beginning that I wouldn't be beelining. Like
We
I'd be
seem to have
exploring
arrived without
everything.
issue.
Like I
You tell me
probably
safe here.
discovered at least 70% of everything before I even got to the end of the game where the dragon was, and then decided to go to the unmoored world. Like that's my problem. Is maybe this is what their image was, but 12 years of growing and stuff like that is, I don't know.
Look at you.
I don't know, man. I just, something's going on here. I bugged the game or something.
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you just went almost...
Oi! What are you doing?
Jonas!
Is that right? You did it once afore, eh?
Oh, my apologies, yet he speaks truly. Pray, call the beasts as you...
I can
More
do that.
saurians. Let us deliver them a swift end and ensure the village is
If I
safe.
can find where they're at.
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
I sustain.
That, and I don't want a 1-to-1 scaling. I don't want it to show me, but
Saurians
maybe
are no
like
more, I
a
see.
1-to-2 scaling
That's
where,
twice you've come to know
they
more
still
than
grow
a
in
friend.
strength every
Truly, we
couple
cannot
levels or give more XP or
Here
something,
he is.
Jonas!
or something
This
like that.
blast. How many times? There can be no doubt.
Forgive me.
Trust.
Jonas! Surely...
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrons go causing problems.
Jonas, please!
There!
I do apologize. 'Twould seem thing we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when I do hope you shall visit us.
'Twas a rotten note to end things
I do
on.
enjoy me some
I do hope
warrior
Sir
too.
Theron will be alright.
I don't understand why you keep me needing to travel so far. Like, the needless distance I need to travel to back and forth. The fact that it forces me to have to acclaim to...
Fancy a look at my wares?
Bro, I don't think... I think the village is messed up. Like, messed up. It should, it should be rebuilt by now. And I feel like I'm stupid or something, but... I don't know what to do, guys.
Do come.
I know I can still buy an expensive ass
Like the
home in
sum of gold
Burnsworth
we
for
just spent,
200,000, but
Tis clearly
I
arisen.
don't need that one. I could just spend 20,000 for the little home that they have there. Not like I don't know, man. Like that's just my opinion. I put so much time into the game, and it very like, there's a lot of stuff it did right, but there's a lot more stuff that I feel like they kind of skimped on, and I don't know why. When this was supposed to be their, it was supposed to be their like what they
Gathering
want in
materials
Dragon's
makes for
Dogma
dull
1 to
work
be,
indeed.
but it feels like they only implemented the 12 years ago ideas that they wanted Dragon's Dogma 2 to be. I don't know if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there were new ideas here and there. I don't know which ones it is, but like, and maybe it is spiritually exactly what they wanted Dragon's
I'll go and
Dogma
open
2
the
to
chest.
be, but it just feels, I don't know, man. I'm probably just being difficult personally. Like right now, I'm just trying to make my way back to the end game so I can inevitably go back around. Like, I don't know, bro. The end game is cool. And I think it's super neat and super awesome. But what upsets me, maybe it's minor, maybe it doesn't go to
What we
most
have but when the time
casual
comes.
players, but it very much bothers me because as a leveler, I want to get to 999, but I know the chances of actually getting to that base game is very unlikely. Now I could throw on 2 rings of whatever, rings of ambition. I don't think I can do it this playthrough because I don't think I can get another one without giving to the Sphinx, but that's because I copied what's her face's rings for these.
Oh, good. You return.
I don't know,
I
man.
find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
I don't know. Just a little upset about stuff, you know. It's minor stuff, and it's probably not really a serious situation, but it bothers me nonetheless.
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up.
Favorite
Though we are less
armor
fleet of foot.
class is probably gonna have to be the warrior armors for
A
looking.
new hand, are you?
Take this.
What this? But why do you possess? All that matters is this. With this alone, I must make haste that I might deliver it. But wait, no. I have not the worm's life crystals to restore it. But Lord Phasus is satisfied with the god's way as 'tis, you see. And though I suppose 'twouldn't do to send you away entirely empty-handed. Now, all the better if it happens. You've returned. Have you obtained any?
Just take them.
Yet here you are. I shan't delay. Come back again tomorrow.
There's 25,000 gold it gave me. Like, that beats rolling around trying to farm for enough materials to get that. Is there a desk or something, or a bench or something in here I could just sit at? Wow, look, that book that I picked up over 100 times by now already. I haven't even explored that room, but I know that book is something I've already picked up before. It's not ready, I know that. It's not a camping fire, is it? No. Is that a camping fire? No. I don't know. I still enjoy the game. I'm just losing interest to keep playing because if I keep leveling, less and less people are gonna hire my pawn. If I like, ideally, it just becomes a power trip. Is what I want at this point, is to get the best of the best gear, and in order to do that, I gotta min-max through the story, sub-optimize to get through. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird things.
I've just had a thought.
Like the original Dragon's Dogma, you could be a norm and still play and grind to a proportional level, like 100, 150, but 200 would be almost out of reach. Whereas this is not the case. Like, I don't see how, other than rolling around by myself, if I can get, like, strong enough, which at this point I'm 80% of the way there, 85% of the way there. I don't know. It's just bumming myself out, probably. Like I said, I'm sure it's gonna get the Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen treatment, but for, like, why hold out shit like that even in the second game when you know you could implement stuff like that. They could have made the max level 200 in this game base and put like content worthy of Bitter Black Isle. I know it wasn't Itsuno who had main hands in working on Dark Arisen. But they could have made like the base 200, and then with the release of the expansion, they could have upped it to whatever 999 like they want to do it. But as it stands, I don't see any feasible possible way. Even if you throw on 2 of the rings and whatever, I don't see any feasible possible way to do anything like that whatsoever. There's no way there's enough content to keep going through, even on the Unmoored world, to reach level 999. Where the heck am I going? Oh, no, Asina. Oh, I gotta go there.
I'll put a price on peace and
I need to.
I wears a plenty.
I can't make on my shoulder.
So I might as well go unlock the dwarf dude again. Give me the herbs. Since that's what I've been procrastinating on.
Few are privy to the goings-on in the forbidden magic research lab.
And I don't
even
like
among the
using
Batali.
fairy stones
Indeed.
24/7.
And the
but
researchers employed there are as tight-lipped as they come.
Do the people not question its existence?
I don't know. Part of the game
I should
being
like to know
bigger
more about its activities, if 'twere me.
comes with the added problem of needing to run everywhere.
Have you
Well,
brought me a
it's not
quince?
necessarily a problem. Nope, you can't have that because I don't think
Pray,
you should have
do a
that.
man a kindness.
Pretty sure I bought enough from you to warrant you not needing
It's
the
not for
wine
me.
yourself, but that's just my opinion, I
But
guess.
for my wife and daughter, do come again.
Like, I personally feel like I have no surprises left. Other than the pawns being absolutely... They are not bright. Let me tell you something. They are not bright. I can assure you these pawns are not bright. They aren't bright. I aren't either, but that's alright. Oh, I guess I hit a canopy. Let me get it in the open a little bit. So, to really sum it up, do I think this is an amazing game? Yes, I do. Do I think it could have been a lot better? Yes, absolutely. Like, based off their experience with the original and Dark Arisen, I felt like they could have made a culmination of the first one
There's a ladder here.
and the
Perhaps new
expansion
discoveries
to be
await
based
us above.
for 2, but if I feel like they're gonna go the same route they did with the first one, but try to throw in like 2 or more DLCs now instead of just like a Bitter Black Owl version. They're gonna try to throw in like Bitter White Isles or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, man. I just Crapcom at it again. I know it's not really Crapcom that did the developing of the game, but I don't know. I'm not like I don't know. I feel like I'm not a lot more complaining than I am praising, but like I see no reason not to praise it. Like, yeah, the variety of enemies is a bit like okay. So look, call back all the big monsters from the first game, and this is how you see how many there are. So look at your pawn information. You've got your Cyclops, Ogre, Grim Ogre, which is just, you know, the Elder Ogres or some shit like that, not the Bitter Black Owls. Golem. Golem only has one iteration, but there were, I think, gold golems in Bitter Black Owl. Griffin. I haven't actually discovered the variant of that, which is weird. I'm a little confused about that one, but Chimeras, obviously. Gore Chimeras. Medusa is a new one. Minotaur is a new one. Gore Minotaur. I mean, they're new, but they're not new. I'd consider them like actual bosses, not the little guys that look like them. Drakes and dragons are not new. Garms aren't new. Wargs aren't new. Like, like new enemy variety is very lackluster, and it's very, very, very apparent.
I'd sooner not batter those with whom we have a quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can defend ourselves.
I mean, they still last, but that's probably because I'm not like
Let my
I'm not
magic imbue your
Dwarven Forged. That's probably my biggest issue. Is Dwarven is ideally the best. It doesn't matter if you use like it really like whenever your weight and stuff gets reduced by half from the basic dragon forging. Why use the other one that reduces the weight? Weight isn't an issue on here. I mean it is, but it's not. If you know, you know. You shouldn't be walking around overburdened the entire time anyway. So we'll go this way to avoid. Going this way to hopefully make the painful trip back easier.
I'll have you back on your feet in no time at all.
I could put them in a file and take them there, but I don't really want to do that. Like, I just feel like anybody that would play like me is gonna see exactly what I mean, and maybe I'm not taking into casual normies as much as I should be, but I want a lot of replayability in my game, personally.
Perhaps you might join the fight yourself?
See, the reason I choose the Heaven's Key over the Dragon Slicers or whatever it is for enemies that have an inherently high physical resistance, like Phantoms or whatever it is. Maybe it's Dullahan. Maybe the Dullahan enemy is what I'm missing. Like, why is there only badges for monsters, but for enemies like Dullahans and Liches and Whites, there isn't a badge? That don't make sense to me. Like, I didn't even think about that until now, but there's not even badges for, like, the Fell Lords. Well, those are, like, the mini-boss, not actual boss monsters, basically, but like I said, Dullahans, White Lords, Liches, why don't they have badges? Those are boss monsters. They show up with a health bar at the top, and they don't have badges. I just don't get it. Like, it just don't make sense to me. Like you've had 12 years to perfect the game that you've been wanting to make forever and implement new ideas along the way. Just, you know, you haven't been given the opportunity to make the sequel that you wanted, and you're finally given that, and you've had 12 years to make concepts and implements of an entire game, but you choose to water it down. Like, I don't know, maybe it was an attempt to appease somebody. I don't know. I'm not upset about it. Like, it does perturb me just a little bit. Alright, let me actually go back and meet him on the road because I'm a dummy and on a note with the level 999, I feel like that's helpful in the sense that, yeah, there's going to be the same where vocations. I don't know, man. I've gotten magic with Feith, and I've gotten strength with Feith and magic defense, and so I don't know, maybe.
My back! What do you want? I'm in no mood to have my back's afire. Mind, I wouldn't say no to...
What is it
now?
Here you
Unless
go.
you brought me some wildflowers, I'd prefer to be left alone. Well, that was most right. Relief at last. I've a mind to... I live nearby.
Come on, let's go, buddy.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Good thing you're a dwarf and I can just carry you.
No! Fly! I'm afraid I can't walk faster than this. What with my...
Sorry, mate. I'm getting tired of that stupid stuff
My
too. Like
thanks.
you can run and like trip over the stupidest. Like I could, and it's been like I haven't even seen a patch for the game yet. So like, where's the patches? Where's the stuff? Where's like the hard mode we were supposed to get? Like in hard mode, at least, you know, for example, a goblin gives you 100 gold.
My knowledge
Now
from
it
other
gives
worlds
you
tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here.
1,000
Shall I
gold.
lead the way?
Like that's my thing. Where's he at? I think I hurt his back more. And actually, I should just be able to run up there. Like, there's no... Like, that's the kind of scaling. And at least a tougher mode with more drops or something to basically warrant me leveling up or more XP or whatever. I have no qualms about micros. I have no qualms about, the actual gameplay and game of it. The story's there, but non-existent, like in the first one. Boring, routineless castle quests that everybody definitely wanted back. And a quest to slay something. At least in the first one, you get to have a Hydra. I don't know, man. Y'all just have to kind of see it. Like, y'all have to know how the first one was. There's, like, it's not supposed to be a brand... I mean, it's supposed to be a brand new game, but it's not supposed to be
Beg
a
pardon, sir,
brand
but-
new game.
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, not this again.
I know, dear, but this one...
It is always one mark my words. No.
This one's different.
Oh?
You'll have to forgive me. Now let me fetch your reward.
Yep, if you guys would move.
Fie!
Ghost stuffer, when...
Oh, hold! It's only gotten worse.
In your state, they'll be on you in a...
Don't even...
But what are we to do?
I'd offer, but it's kind of dark. I don't think it's a good idea to be traveling right now, my friend.
Fear not. You'd be willing to, you see, my dear.
Don't be a fool.
Come.
So be it then.
We'd...
Pray see my husband safely.
Oh, wait. I know what I can do. Watch this. I don't need the file. And I get to waste another port crystal. I mean, fairy stone.
Here we are.
I got enough
Blink
fairy
of an eye.
stone, or I got
Shall we
enough
take
port
stock of our
crystals.
surroundings?
Not enough fairy stones, though. I want my dwarven
This
stuff
curative
back.
spring sounds as if 'twould do wonders for an aching back. Let us see the good dwarf there post haste.
As soon as you climb that ladder, buddy, I'll pick you
I'll
back
guide
up.
you there directly.
Y'all could
In your
not
hands, sir.
stand it.
Much obliged.
I'm just so easy to agitate with stupid shit. Like, I was fighting bro, I can't for the love of me understand pawns. Couldn't understand them in the first one. Can't understand them now. They're supposed to be far more adaptable.
Still, there's no boy there. Care for a rotten egg? To a soft boy? Yep.
You've my thank... At last, the spring here. I'll go have my soak now.
And she comes out of nowhere like a weirdo.
Twould seem I owe you a debt. I was so... my husband and I on... That is why we live at you.
I shall not soon. I would fain lend you my skill.
So that's the
Circle
Dwarven
the magic
Blacksmith now
Archmaester all
for
along.
the best upgrade path
It
you can
seems we've gained
choose
a
that I
powerful
wasn't
ally.
aware of initially.
Though 'twas not our aim.
Maybe I should buy another set of the Heaven's Keys. Oh fuck, I gotta put a port crest. I don't know what the hell I wanna do. And then if I go into the end game or true world, I have to rush around and do all this stuff before I even focus on.
Truth be told, I'm of half.
See, like, why wouldn't I just buy?
A mind to pack up
What am I buying 9 of?
and leave. Much obliged. Truth be told, I'm of half.
Yep, let me waste my money for
A
this.
mind to pack up and.
Spending 10,000 every other day. Every day. See, why wouldn't I just buy the Heaven's Keys? Upgrade them a full strength route.
Leave.
So, like,
What with the vault? Much obliged.
I'll explain what I'm talking about. Because, like, I have the Dragon Slicer thingies for the beef.
You know, so I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neither blood.
So, like, I don't, like, that extra 100 or so doesn't feel worth it to lose the knockdown, the divine, or the magic on these weapons. And in that game, the Heaven's Keys were super fantastic. I got myself the warrior one, which isn't dwarven, which again, I messed that up. I didn't make that dwarven, which I messed that up, or I made one of them dwarven for some reason, which was stupid. Should have all been magic. That, I saw some other person with the same sword, dwarven path. Like, there's no benefit to using this path over the dwarven one, because the dwarven gives you slightly less magic, but tops you over 1,000 attack and like 700 stagger plus. I don't get it. Knockdown power, sorry. But like that for example. Okay, so look, 9, 10, 11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can warrant but that's unupgraded, and that has an enchantment, and it strikes, so my attacks won't bounce off like Saurians with tough skin. I just feel like I wasted money with these, other than maybe making a secondary piece, which is the situation. But that comes down to me like playing the game and not knowing what I was looking for, which is okay because it was my first run through. But there's no diversified farming. It all comes back to basically two things: Worm's crystals and dwarven forging your gear. Worm's crystals, so you can buy your end game gear and upgrade it or dragon forge it, and dwarven for the best path for physical weapons, and then elven the best path for magical weapons. Like, there is no in between. There's no, at least with Bitter Black Isle, you know, there was reason you get all these cool different like versions of set. You can get Bitter Black set level 3, and then there was an even rare one, which was like, for example, the Warriors was Sinister, but the super rare version was the Hellfire set. Like, I haven't seen anything. And my problem is, I just keeps going back to, like, they had 12 years to make number 2, the base game, what Dark Arisen was at the end. Like, they could have implemented all that and basically given all that to players and make it over the top, and then just make a more over the top DLC, which gave you that power boost and power rush that you really wanted, or that challenge that you really wanted by the time the DLC came out. Like, I don't know, they could have implemented everything and still put more in, but they decided to minimalize what they put in, and limitations and standard leveling and stuff like that. Like having higher level pawns doesn't even affect you as negatively as fast as they can kill enemies in this game. Like in the first one, if you had over leveled pawns, you'd barely level, you'd level so slow, but like Like, I put 52 hours and I'm basically at the level of my friend's pawns were. Like, I don't know, guys, but I've talked your ear off. I'm gonna go ahead and farm a little bit more, and I just figured I'd give my honest opinion. Great game, but I'm sad they're just trying to do the same treatment they did with the original Dragon's Dogma game, where they hold back all the good stuff till a DLC comes out, and then they listen to people. Like, they had to. I don't know. Level not like I said, level 999 sounds a little absurd, but that's just me personally, I suppose. But anything new pops up, guys, I'll let you know. Be safe out there.